Hello. Okay, so this is part 2. There might be a part 3 when this gets wet. Um, but no, when I need to let it dry between. Basically, put that little fishy for this to blend colors. And, okay, you can see it there. Put that where I can reach. Going to start with a little bit of, let's see. I need my brush that I got from Hemi rather than Meeden. I got a brush for Meeden. Came with a watercolor set in the easel. Okay, see, this was a darker green. I think this was the one. Was it? Okay, so this is some grassy and rocky areas below. Which, of course, I'm going to try to bring a little contrast. See, that was not the green I was thinking it was. So I'm going to have to come back and get me my cloth. Once again, I don't know why I did that. Here's my cloth. Underneath. Need to have it underneath. Put this on my leg. Get the cloth. Wipe that off. Right there. Just wipe it off right there. Feel like okay. Maybe this one is it. Yeah. Nope. Strike out, Sharon. I have a macular degeneration and trying to figure out what color it is. I'll go with this color because I know it's green, but there was a dark green that I liked, and I can't remember where it was. Maybe I have this upside down to what I had it yesterday. But that'll do a little bit of blending there anyway. Kind of come up here. Guess it'll be in the little bit in the shadows from that big old cliff. And I need to finely tune the cliffs. Now, I know in the thing I don't see much of a beachy area, but let's bring some brown into here. And just kind of make it to where the ocean, the lake is coming up against these cliffs and creating a little bit of a thing. I'm letting this bleed into this because, like I said, it was mostly rocky ground. Wipe it off. Okay, where did I put my... Okay, yeah, I got it upside down. Some darker areas right here. Well, that didn't make it darker. I haven't sprayed it. I'm just barely touching it to the color. I'm going to make this other area, it's going to be grassy too, but it's going to be a lighter color of grassy. Now, I'm going to lift some of that to give it a little bit of bumpiness. And come lift the area near the shore, making it lighter. Making it lighter. Yeah, I might have to go 3 Like I said, I don't actually own a hair dryer, and I don't really want to hair dryer my drawing. Now let's go into this gray. Put it here. A little bit more. I'm just lightly swiping. You know, kids, when they're working with the palettes that they make for children, they have so little pigment in them that they naturally want to do what I call gouging. And I don't like to gouge because this is expensive, but I love Kuretake. I mean, I don't know why it works so good, but there we have a little bit of a darker gray. We're gonna anchor some of these other cliffs. Come down here. I don't really want to touch the area. Maybe I can. It'll bleed, but maybe you won't notice because it's still too dark. And here. Now, I'm going to dry my brush off so I can kind of bring it to where it's not looking like it's a newly painted today. And that one needs a lot of lifting and replacing it somewhere else. I did feel like it was looking good yesterday, but it just needs a little details. Gonna come into this water. And a little bit more lifting right here. Tiny detail right there. Now, cleaning my brush. I really want to go into the clean to get some more. Gotta find where that darker green. I bet it's really close to me because I have it facing the opposite direction. That's going along here. Get some darker values. Because this vegetation is really coming down on these rocks, the cliffs. And that was the one closer to me. I have it a little backwards today. I don't want to get rid of all my light values, but I wanted to give the hint of that moss happening. And dip it into this one this time. I don't want to muddy my clean, but I want to kind of get that vegetation growth coming down. I'm just lightly tapping. I'm not trying to make, I'm trying to just lightly tap the tip of the brush to bring it down. Just tapping the tip. I need to bring some brown in for that little heel thing. There's my brown. Put a brown on this a little bit. It's like a rock. And then wipe my brush. Clean my brush. And come back and lift it. Pull it down and lift it. Clean my brush again. And go back into this green. Get some of this area here where the heel is starting to come down. I'm just wetter this time. Still tapping, but just a little bit wetter. Going to be less wet this time. I didn't put it back into the water. Now I'm going to put it back into the water. Bring this up a little. Blend it in. So I want to totally remove all of my contrast. Right there. I think that's a rock. I'm not sure, but it must be some kind of rock. Go back into my gray here. Bring my gray over to there. Now going back into this other gray. It's lighter. Come over here with this area. That's where it bled a little, but I'm going to use that to my advantage and just create a little bit more of a crack. Coming down here. Little crevices and cracks are showing along here. Crevice and a crack. Bringing some darker value to this crack areas. Some of this has moss coming down the cracks, but definitely have cracks. You dip back into my black. Just on the tip. Crack. Well, it needed to be in the water. That's too much water. Too much black. When you make a mistake, you can lift it. In that case, I have to do a lot of lifting. back into this gray. Take it down a little bit. Now, Kuretake does have some white. Sometimes it's just a little bit of transparent. Before I dip back into the white, I definitely need to clean my brush because I don't want the white to get any little bit of the white is still like a transparent because it is watercolor. It is Japanese watercolor, so they use honey, I think, in their paints instead of guar gum. Sketchbox had guar gum in their thing to make things, but didn't have a preservative. So actually, I like the colors that they set. The palette. I used to be a soap maker. And I have lots of mica, but it's out in the den where it's hard for me to reach right now. So I'm going to basically order some more of the colors, 3 primary colors, the red, blue, and yellow, and make up some stronger colors than what Sketchbox included. Some of those crevices got a little bit too dark. And now more lifting. Okay. Go back into the white. I think I need it to redefine my little palette fishy. I like these things. I need to get some leaf ones. I need to get some dark into that. A little crevice here. Make it dark at the base. Pull your eye down. It needs to be darker. And then I need to bring it back in this section. Load my brush up again. And all of a sudden it got lighter. Getting some highlights in here on these cliffs. Make your eye pop. Nice good contrast. Okay, now let's see. I want some dark right here. Redefine the edge of that right at the water. You got the reflection happening, and I'm going back into the a green. Let's give it a light green color on this area here before we give it a dark. I might do something I did when I get this dried a little bit more. I might come back later on and put a 4-leaf clover somewhere in here. I think I finished the sketch for the part of it that's 24 by 36. But obviously I need to work out what I plan to do with it in regards to, you know, the water and the beach and all that. So right now I'm just kind of going with the lights to get the lights in here, and then I'll come back with some darks again. I really like this green color that's kind of like an olive green. It's a nice color for this painting right here. And okay, so come back. Oh, what's that? Was it here? That's chest. Yeah, that was it. Gotta move it to where I can reach it. The one above it is not what a I'm not trying to use the brush that looks like grass on this small painting anymore because it didn't really work for me with the small painting. Come up here. That needed a little bit more help. It just needed to be smoothed out, so to speak. I'm really enjoying this sketchbook that I got from Luchetti. It's really nice. The paper is holding so much water. Let's see. Yes, gonna do it. Graphite. Brown. That's the one I want, the graphite brown. Come in right here with the graphite brown. These little islands. I don't know why it's looking like it's going to get some of this graphite brown down here. Mixing some darks along that line. Here, pick that one up. Spread it to a different area. Right there. Nice there. Now, which one was that? Okay. The blue. The blue one. A little bit of... I'm going to spread it really thin. Here to the lighter color of blue. They get the fishy. Let's do some blending. I don't want it quite so. You have the water coming in at the shore, and it's a little bit foamy, so it's not going to be the same color. So it's going to be a little paler. Yeah, I know. I'm dipping where I shouldn't, but that was just white. Not like I was bringing in dark. I need to get some white into some of these areas too. I'm covering up these little water splashes. Maybe rocks. I think rocks. There's bird's going to be reflecting upon itself on its little legs. But maybe I'll have to do that in part 3. Because I'm getting ready to be where I'm at. Where I need to let it dry. Because I come in here with these colors. See, this water is shallow right here. I can't reach it. Shallow. It's shallow. That's why I did it that graphite color, to show how shallow it is. You're not really going to see the reflection of the bird on this one as much. I ran out of room. This is what happened. I ran out of room on this little pad. And drawing things too big is something that, for some reason, I like to do. Sometimes there's something I want it to focus on, and I'll do it bigger than life. And that's just me. Like this bird is probably, in real life, he would be a tiny little thing and you wouldn't see him. Okay, I need to clean my brush before I go back into the white. But I need some more white. And I don't need to whiten that, won't bother it. Although I need more of it. Okay. Continuing to get this so that's a little darker. That's okay. Just shouldn't do this. But I am. I shouldn't have gone back into that white like that. Instead, I just need to load up the white. Get the white. Excuse me. Breakfast is not settled with me, and I've not eaten lunch. I like to sleep late. So here, kind of getting that water in there. More white. Before I can work on the white on this body of this bird, I do need to come back in here. More white. Need to dip back next time without doing so much white. And test this, get this to the blue. A little bit, yeah. Although I don't have much on there. Oh yeah, that's blue. Thin it down. And bring some of the darker colors of this ocean in at the edge. Maybe I should just get it wet and come back in. Let it come in. Let it darken here at the edge where it's coming in. It's coming in this way. A little hint of water coming in into the shore. Right there is a spot where it hit a sandbar. It hit a sandbar right in there. This sketchbook is really great. It holds a lot of water. I'm about to stop for the day. Not for the, maybe for, it needs to dry. That needs some lifting. Redistributing it. Little rock needs to have a little bit of white. Bring in some detail right there. Pull this down. That's the areas of the sky that I probably need to fix. But I have to wait till it dries before I could do that. Now, more white. Load up the white areas. This area I'm going to let it, this shallow water, so I'm letting it be a lighter color. I just need to rework it until it blends cohesively. More white. I'm just coming back with water this time. I'm about ready to have a no more clean brush in the water. No more clean water, I mean. I say things the wrong way sometimes. Okay, now to lift a little bit here while I'm letting it blend into that lighter color. Okay, that's it for now. Well, I need to take my cloth and do a little dabby dab right there with some of that Okay. So, until it dries, we're going to have a part 3 because I'm not finished yet. But there it is so far. Okay. Bye now. Bye now.